I want to talk about something and I'm going to try and explain it so that it can help you and make you just feel better in your everyday life and also just in general. Now, you've probably heard about meditation, but maybe you're not really sure what it is or what you're even supposed to do. I used to get people telling me all the time, like, oh, you should try meditation, it's so good for you, such and such, what does it, etc. But it used to actually annoy me a bit when people said that, because I always ask for a bit more advice. I'd go and search online, etc. And there's loads of things on there, like guided meditation videos, people talking about how amazing meditation is, etc. But there was nothing that I felt that explained it just in simple terms, like what actually is it? What are you actually doing? And what is the actual point? I wanted to know in like super simple terms, not from some guru or whatever, but just in some simple terms that someone like me could actually understand and learn from. So this video is for people like me who didn't grow up meditating, who feel like they've got busy minds and just want to try meditation to see what the benefits are without having to be a full-on expert.
We're a family that left the UK feeling stuck in the rat race, unfulfilled and just wanting more for us as individuals, as a couple and for our family. We set off with one-way tickets to Bali after feeling a pull there, which we really couldn't explain at the time, but we decided to trust the feelings. A year in and we're still travelling. We're not influencers living in luxury, we have to work online to keep this dream alive. On this channel we share our slow travel journey, as well as manifestation, mindset, energy healing and raising vibrations to help you on your own journey. If this resonates with you, please like and subscribe, we've got so much to share.
Now, honestly, I have a crazy busy mind. It's always jumping onto one thing, onto the next thing, always wanting more. It's just always buzzing. So I really honestly thought that meditation wasn't even something that I could do. Now, this is what's known as the monkey mind. Now, this is something you might hear mentioned a lot and want to know what this actually means. It's basically like, imagine having a monkey in your brain that's swinging from branch to branch. It's going wild, it's in the jungle. This is what your thoughts are doing. So when you try and meditate and you try and clear your mind and then bang, you remember something like an email you should have sent, a job you need to do, or even, honestly, and this has happened to me, something that you should have said in response to an argument with someone 10 years ago. And you just find it really hard to let your mind settle. So I never even thought I could even meditate. So if you feel the same, you struggle with it, then this video is for you. So when did I first hear about meditation? A little story. I do remember that when I was at school we went on this like trip away. It's kind of like a retreat thing and they showed us a meditation then. Now I can't remember the exact details, but we all kind of lay down and did a guided meditation. But it was in a room full of other teenagers acting up and being stupid. And I remember that the guy doing the talking had an Eastern European accent, and as part of the meditation one of the things he said was like, remember, it's my life. And then before he could carry on, someone responded by saying, take it or leave it. And then the rest of the class just started singing the song. It just broke out to total chaos with kids laughing and teachers shouting. Don't know the song? Google it. So yeah, it probably wasn't the best introduction to meditation, but I do remember that when I was like thinking there and let my thoughts go, I remember enjoying it and thinking that it felt good to just step out from all the worries and the troubles that you have of being a teenager and being in school and just to feel a bit different. So it's always kind of been something in my mind that I wanted to try, but honestly, I didn't know where to start. So, I mean, let's start at the beginning. What actually is meditation? Now, basically meditation is just about training your attention. It's not about completely stopping your thoughts, it's about learning how to notice them and then just come back into the present moment. I think of it as like going to the gym, but for your mind. Like in the gym, if you count every push-up or whatever you do as a rep, when you're trying to meditate, every time you bring your focus back to your breath, that's a rep. You're strengthening awareness. So when you meditate, what are you actually trying to achieve? What's the actual point of meditation? I always thought when you were trying to do it, that you're trying to have some magical moment and that you had to do something to get it right, to achieve something magical and reach like a special point. But that's not true. When all you're trying to do is bring your awareness to the present moment, which is going to make you feel a bit more calm, a bit more clear, as well as a whole host of other physical, mental and other benefits, which I'll go into more detail as we go on. But first and foremost, that's what you're trying to do, is just create a bit of space in your head so your thoughts don't control you and you can respond to life more calmly. You're trying to create space between you and your constant racing thoughts. Instead of being dragged around by every thought, meditation helps you take a bit of a step back and see your thoughts without being totally ruled by them. And what you're trying to do basically is just slow your mind down and not be controlled by the thoughts that you're having. But by just being in the moment and meditating, when you do it, you're not even trying to do anything, and that's just the point. You don't need to try, you just do. Just let go of any expectation you've got of what you should be doing, what you should be feeling, how you should be doing things, and then just stopping the mind going on. To stop that monkey mind, monkey brain. Now, when I first started meditation, I felt like I was trying to do something specific to get to a certain point or feel a certain feeling, and that was leaving me feeling super frustrated, and that was something that I couldn't do. But remember, it's not about actually doing or achieving anything. I'll say most of the time our minds are racing, mine is bad, and meditation just helps us slow it down so we can think a bit clearer, feel better, and not get overwhelmed so easily. You're trying to learn how to just be. Because if you think in this modern world we're always doing something, scrolling something, chasing something, and meditation is just about learning to be still, to be present, without needing to fix or achieve anything. You're just trying to give your mind a rest like sleep gives your body a rest. So if you think about it, we rest our bodies at night when we go to sleep, but we never really focus on resting our minds. So meditation is there just to give your mind a few minutes of real peace. And when I was wanting to know more about meditation, I wanted to know what's actually happening in your brain when you're meditating. Like, what is the actual point? So what is the actual point? So some of the things you're doing is, number one, you're calming down the brain's alarm system. This is called the amygdala. The amygdala is the part of your brain that's always scanning for threats. It's linked to fear, stress, anxiety, and it's part of the old fight or flight mode. And it's always switched on, especially in this modern world where we're constantly stimulated. And that has got to be tiring for your brain, right? So when you meditate, just think your amygdala shrinks in activity and even size. That means you're going to be less panicked, you've got less reactivity, and you're going to be more calm. It's like turning down the volume on your stress levels. Number two, you're strengthening the control center, the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is the part of your brain that helps with focus, decision making, and self-awareness. So when you meditate, it lights up more and becomes stronger. It's like a muscle. So this is going to help you stay present, to pause before reacting, and to make clearer choices. It also helps you respond to life instead of you just reacting to life. Number three, you are actually creating new brain pathways through neuroplasticity. Now, your brain is plastic, it can rewire itself. Meditation strengthens the connections between parts of your brain that support calm, focus, and emotional balance, and it weakens the ones that feed stress and autopilot behavior. So meditation literally rewires your brain to be more balanced and less reactive. Number four, you're increasing grey matter, the brain's processing power. Now, studies show that people who meditate regularly have more grey matter in areas related to memory, emotional regulation, and learning. This means that your brain becomes sharper and more emotionally resilient. It's like giving your brain a bit of a tune-up. Number five, your brain waves start to slow down from busy to calm. So meditation shifts your brain waves from beta waves, these are the waves that are fast, anxious, and alert, to alpha and theta waves, which are calm, creative, and relaxed. Now, this shift helps you feel peaceful, to process emotions and access deeper parts of your mind. It's like if you're driving and you're switching from a crazy busy city traffic to a really quiet country road. So what's the TLDR? In simple terms, when you meditate, your brain starts to change. You calm your stress circuits, strengthen your focus, and build better awareness. Over time, your brain gets better at handling life without panic, distraction, or burnout. It's like a muscle. The more you just turn up and do, the better and easier it becomes, until one day you realise, how did I ever think I could not do this? So remember, when you meditate, you're not trying to become a monk or reach some Zen-like state. You're just trying to feel a little bit calmer, a little bit clearer, and a little bit more you. And sometimes, just sometimes, this makes way for something a bit cosmic, a bit otherworldly, a bit crazy to happen. And all I mean by that is that you might get an idea, a spark, maybe something you've been struggling with just becomes a bit clearer, and you get a way to move forward. But mostly, it's clarity. Just like clearing the fog from your brain. That's it. So, now you know the whys. So what do you actually do when you meditate? Now, everyone, myself included at first, thought that when you thought about trying meditation, I thought that you needed to be like humming, chanting, lighting incense and surrounded by crystals. Now, I'm sure you can, but you don't need to. If you just start by taking it simple. So here's what you can actually do when you want to try meditation. Like I said, just keep it simple. You can sit, lie down, just get comfortable somewhere quiet. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, breathe in, breathe out, just focus on that and just be chill. Let your brain calm down, and your mind's going to wander. That's okay. You might notice that you've got a thought popping into your brain. When you do, just try and move away from it and just gently come back to thinking of nothing. Think of your thoughts like cars when you're sitting by a road watching cars, watching your thoughts pass by. You're not trying to chase them, you're just letting them go. It's just about being relaxed, not really thinking about anything, but when you do have thoughts, just try and let them go. Now, I started doing this for short periods of time at first. It wasn't easy. Like I said, my mind was racing, thinking about jobs I had to do, what I was having for tea and all sorts of stuff. But it does kind of take a bit of practice. You just got to work at this a bit and almost change your way of thinking into kind of like not thinking at all really, and just being there with nothing in your brain. That's the aim, and that's all you need to do. Start short, and then build up. There is some really cool techniques that I learned, I found really help with this, that I'm going to talk about these in a few of the videos I'm going to do. Because put simply, just starting doing this and getting doing it, it made me feel better, and I want to share that. One thing I will say is don't aim for anything here. Don't feel bad if you have thoughts. Don't expect anything from it. Don't see it as a challenge. Just aim for some quiet time for yourself and enjoy that. So, what about the how? Now, another thing I wanted to know is how meditation actually helps the mind. So basically, what is the point in me or you actually doing this? Now, I actually went recently on a one-day meditation retreat that was with an actual Buddhist monk. Now, it sounds a bit far out, sounds a bit crazy, I know, but honestly, it was really amazing and I loved it. And again, I'll talk more about that in future videos, but what he basically said was that meditation is like medicine for the mind. If you've got a headache, you take a paracetamol or a painkiller. If you cut yourself, you put antiseptic on it, you clean it. But if you've got a problem with your brain, you're not feeling great, you feel anxious, you feel fed up, what do? Nothing. You might have a few drinks or whatever, you might just crack on and hope for the best. So when you think of it like that, it kind of doesn't sound right, does it? That we should maybe give our brain a bit more care, a bit of love, and just a bit of attention, and that's what meditation is. So put basically, what are the benefits of it? Think it calms down the stress response. It helps you observe thoughts instead of to react to them. It builds focus and emotional clarity, and it gives your mind a rest. So like I said, I struggled to get into this and get started, and here's some of my thoughts. So when I first started, I found it really hard, my mind was all over the place, but I've learned a few techniques that helped, and honestly, it's made a huge difference in how I feel day to day. And just remember, you don't need to be spiritual or have a perfect space, or you don't need to feel like you know what you're doing, just try it. Even 2 minutes of sitting and breathing can help, and I'm going to be sharing more on how to actually get started, some tips on how you can practice meditation without even realising it, and that's what I want to do with this. I want to help it so it doesn't have to be such a thing, it's just something that you can do as part of your life and that'll make you feel better. So just think, meditation is not about being perfect or reaching some super zen state, it's not about being better than anyone else because you can meditate, it's just about being present and about making yourself feel better. Right. I hope you enjoyed this. Now, if you do like it and you want to know more, then please do jump on, like and subscribe. Also, if you feel that you struggle with calming your brain with meditation, or if you're trying these techniques and you want to know a bit more, then jump on, let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to help where I can.